When they talk about big games, this is exactly what they mean. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, an all-time classic rivalry matchup. And then when you look at the overall ranks here, they have the fourth best rushing offense. We have the second best rushing offense. These are two of the best in the NFL at running the football. Both teams kind of struggle to pass. Either that or they really just don't even try to pass. And then looking at defense, the Baltimore Ravens are in second place, allowing only 12 points per game. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. We have a big time injury this week, and that is George Pickens. He'll be out for 3 weeks with a torn labrum, but he will only miss 2 games, seeing as we have a bye week after we play the Ravens. Looking at George Pickens, he had his breakout game last week, and that allowed him to have a pretty good week of progression. 3,500 XP progression, +2 to legacy, and +1 to morale. Morale, unfortunately, down right now. I gotta say, that's probably either because he's injured or it was just -2 to begin with. We're also gonna be without Kenny Pickett, as he'll be out for the next 5 weeks with a torn bicep. But we look forward to getting these guys back as soon as possible. And then I have kind of come to the realization that Cameron Hayward and Deontay Johnson, although they are no longer injured, they are on the IR, and I don't think Madden has it figured out where you only have to be on the IR for 4 weeks and then you can return. So unfortunately, I think Deontay Johnson and Cameron Hayward will both be out for the entire season, unfortunately. And then when you look at the Baltimore Ravens, they're obviously led by Lamar Jackson with that 96 speed, one of the best in football at scrambling, getting out of the pocket, creating his own opportunities. And then looking at the running game, J.K. Dobbins will be out, so they'll be led by Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. And then the receiving core isn't too bad, but Zay Flowers is the most intriguing player on this offense, in my opinion. 5'9", 182 pounds, but he has 93 speed. This guy's really good. We're going to look to see if we can stop the Baltimore Ravens passing attack with Zay Flowers. Even though they really don't have a great passing attack, Zay Flowers is somebody to really watch out for, along with Mark Andrews. The offensive line is not bad at all. Morgan Moses on the right side, so him and TJ Watt will be going at it all game long. And then looking at the defense, it's a really solid defense. Baltimore's always going to have a really good defense. They are in second place in points per game allowed. Jadeveon Clowney out there, Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen in the middle, and then Odafe Owe at right outside linebacker, and then Go Blue David Ajabo backing him up. Looking at the corners, Marlon Humphrey, 95 overall. We're going to try and not throw the ball his way that often. Rocky Sin is also out there with Ronald Darby. And then Marcus Williams at free safety, 89 overall. And then Kyle Hamilton, the second-year player out of Notre Dame. I don't really know if he's deserving of that 85 overall at the moment, but he is. So the secondary is really talented. We're going to look to take advantage of the front seven, more particularly in this game, and try and run the football as we've done it so well so far to start this season out. So in this game, I think that we're going to have to obviously get around Roquan Smith. I want to challenge Roquan Smith. I'm not going to praise him, but we want to challenge him. What does that mean for our team? It means just beat the Ravens, hold Roquan Smith to 2 or fewer combined sacks, and tackle for losses in this game. I think we can do that. So looking at the weekly strategy here, the game plan on defense is going to be to contain the quarterback scramble. Although for some reason it shows Tyler Huntley. I really don't know why, but we're going to stop Lamar Jackson, not Tyler Huntley. And on the offensive side of the ball, I think the plan for us here is just run the ball inside. We've done it all season. That's what we're going to look to do in this game. So Silver with Joey Porter Jr. on DB battle. I'm not going to show any of the actual gameplay of the mini games. They're too repetitive. It would get very boring, and I'm trying to speed up this intro just a little bit. And it sounds like today is going to be a rough day for me trying to speak because I've been tripping over my own words this entire intro. We're going to get a trench battle here with Keanu Benton. See, there's another instance of me tripping over my words. So without further ado, let's see what he gets. This is going to be a pretty easy gold for Keanu Benton. It's a pretty easy drill. So weekly game plan here. I want to get our first interception this season. It's been way too long since we've gotten one. And then on offense, 300 plus yards, and then win the turnover battle. You guys know the drill by this point. But the big one is, let's get an interception, please. Looking at training here, dislocated wrist for W. Jackson. I honestly don't know who that is. He's a practice squad player, I do believe, so I don't want to say who cares, but at the same time, it really doesn't affect us coming into this game. And then looking at the defensive side of the ball, hopefully no injuries here, and we will remain healthy. So without further ado, I think we are ready to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Our defense has played very good in the last 2 weeks compared to weeks 1 and 2. Can we stop the 4-0 Baltimore Ravens? We are here in Pittsburgh, one of the more beautiful cities in America, if you ask me, especially around the sports part of the city. You got PNC Park right next to it, where the Pittsburgh Pirates play. The black and gold is everywhere here in Pittsburgh as we're set to do battle with the 4-0 Baltimore Ravens led by Lamar Jackson. Probably having an MVP candidate season, if you ask me at this point. Not in real life, obviously, but here in the game. I haven't looked at his stats, but I got to imagine if the Ravens are 4-0, he's probably out there doing his thing. As Mitchell Trubisky is 2-0 as the Pittsburgh Steelers starter here. Remember, we did lose week 1, but he did not start that game. Kenny Pickett did, and he went out with an injury, and he only attempted 3 passes. So Mitch Trubisky, 2-0 as a starter. Can he move to 3-0 this season? Ravens are going to kick the football away. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I'm definitely enjoying it, and by the time I upload this video, we will be pretty much caught up with today's NFL season. So by the time I put out the next game after Baltimore, we'll definitely be past the NFL season. So Justin Tucker kicks it away. Gunnar Olszewski is back to return. I don't know why he's our kick returner. It should be Calvin Austin. But in this game, I don't care because Calvin Austin is going to have an increased role with George Pickens being out. So let's let Gunnar Olszewski do his job and see if he can do it correctly. As there's a look at Mitchell Trubisky's numbers: 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 605 yards passing so far. Had a very good game last week. This Ravens defense is going to be tough. We know that as we have 2 tight ends here, and the give is to Najee Harris, and he's got a lot of space. Najee Harris with a first down run on first down, obviously. 14 yards for somebody that's playing very good to start the season. If only Najee Harris could play this well in real life, people would probably like him a lot more. So we're going to try and get this one to Freiermuth, as I like what Trubisky was trying to do there, trying to get it out of the safety's way and just hit the sidelines with them. Poor pass, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10 here. Let's try and get this one to Boykin, as he's getting his first playing time pretty much of the season. He's been in there a little bit for a little bit of playing time throughout the season, but hasn't really gotten any true playing time. He is going to be out there today. He is going to be our slot wide receiver as well. 3rd down and 1. We're just going to give this one to Najee Harris. How can you not? And here's Najee again to the left. Najee trying to juke a man out. He doesn't really have that type of agility. He just needs to use his power. 1st down and 10. Look at this set right here. We're going to go play action off of it. Just trying to get this one to Darnell Washington, and Trubisky sacked, and it's picked up, and the Baltimore Ravens are going to take a 7-0 lead on this strip sack for a touchdown. Michael Pierce on the fumble recovery. Not a fast guy, I would imagine, but he strolls into the end zone, and the Ravens are going to take the lead. Patrick Queen is the guy who got in there and stripped Trubisky. If we take a look at the replay here, I'm trying to go play action and get Darnell Washington in space. He's matched up on a corner. He's never really going to get that space. You also got Marlon Humphrey dropping back as well. Just all around, probably, I would say, isn't a good play. Najee Harris, you really can't expect him to try and pick up Queen there. It's a play action. So unfortunately, Baltimore doesn't even have to touch the football, and they're going to take a 6-0 lead. After the PAT, it will be a 7-0 lead. We're going to bring this one out with Olszewski here. Don't fumble like he did in real life. What a play by the guy number 95 with the long hair, trying to act like Troy Polamalu with the hair, but he wasn't blocked at all. Came in untouched and just blew that return up. Najee Harris, 453 yards on the year. Going to look to get him going here, especially after the early turnover. 3 tight end set here. We are running left again. Another run to the left for Najee Harris, and he's up to 37 yards. I mean, how do you not run this guy every play with the way that he is running right now? 2nd down and 2. We're going to go play action here. Just get this one back out to Najee Harris into his hands. Trying to juke again. Just put your head down as Trubisky is 2 for 3 passing. Jaylen Warren checks into the game. He's going to get the ball, and he's going nowhere. A loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. Hayward in the backfield at fullback. We're just going to get this one to Allen Robinson, or at least try to, and it's caught by Allen Robinson. He's trying to make a move. What a play by Allen Robinson. That was a very good route by Allen Robinson. We're going to need him to step it up. He's going to try and take over that George Pickens role, and a beautiful pass by Mitchell Trubisky as we are back in business. 1st down and 10 for the Steelers offense as we are at the 29-yard line. that would also be considered the green zone. We're just going to try and get out of the pocket here. It's Allen Robinson again for another first down. Allen Robinson with his best game to start in a long time. We're going to bring in Jaylen Warren now. Try and get this one to Darnell Washington. He's got it. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down marker. And we are going to go hurry up here on 2nd down and 1. Samalu, the pulling guard. Jaylen Warren, he has 1 rushing touchdown so far this season. He's going to be inches short of the first down. This is the formation we like to go to in running situations. That's why I went to it out of the play action, because I wanted to try and catch the Ravens off guard. Here's Najee Harris, and he's going to have it set up 1st down and goal. 1st down and goal here for the Steelers offense. We're going to go play action, and we got Darnell Washington open, and Trubisky can't hit him. You're not going to get any more open than that play right there. I like the idea. I like the thought of it. 2nd down and goal here from the 3, as we're going to go single back again. Try and get this one to Najee Harris, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Steelers, and that's a way to make up for the fumble, as Pat Freiermuth was injured on that play. Hopefully it's not long-term, but if it is, we got Darnell Washington looking to get him more involved in the game plan as it is. So the PAT's up, and it is good. 7-7, as the Ravens offense will finally touch the football. So here comes Lamar Jackson in real life. He didn't really have a great game against the Steelers, and these are always defensive battles, but the way our offense is playing early in this one, it might not be a defensive battle. Lamar Jackson, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, as Pat Freiermuth with a pectoral strain, he will return to the game. Spread look for the Ravens here on 1st down, and they're going to go with Justice Hill on 1st down, and he's got 6 yards. Today, the game plan is just focus on Lamar Jackson. If they're going to go read option, just take Lamar. Don't worry about trying to take the running back, as there is a 1st down completion for the Ravens. Mark Andrews on the reception. I formation look for the Ravens here. There's a lot of star power on this offense. And since they're without J.K. Dobbins, that actually benefits us just a little bit, as Isaiah Likely goes in motion. Here's a run for Gus Edwards, and he's going nowhere. Good play by the defense that time. 2nd down and 9. Lamar drops back, and he's going to miss his wideout that time. I think that was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, as that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. I'm going to go with a cover 1 contain here. Hopefully our defensive backs can hold up in coverage. If they can't, this is probably going to be a completion here, as it's going to be a 1st down. It's Odell Beckham Jr. on the reception. He created enough space against Levi Wallace out there on the left side. 1st down give is to Gus Edwards. He's got a lot of space. Gus Edwards with a pickup of 9 on 1st down, as he's a little slow to get up here, so that would make their already thin running back room even more thin, as he was just faking it, I guess. It's going to be a give to Gus Edwards, and he's going to have the 1st down. 3 tight end set. No, my fault. 2 tight end set here for the Baltimore Ravens. I thought Ronnie Staley was a tight end for a second. Here comes the blitz, and it's a sack for Alex Highsmith. They went play action. We brought 5, and Alex Highsmith gets into the backfield for his 2nd sack of the season. 2nd down and 17, and that is going to be a false start for the Ravens, as they are backing up some more. They're always going to be in Justin Tucker field goal range. It doesn't even matter if they're all the way back at their own 30-yard line. Justin Tucker is a guy who can hit that. 2nd down and 22, Justice Hill into the game here. This is probably going to be a pass, I would assume it is. And they're going to go quick to Mark Andrews. He's going to pick up what he can, and it's going to be 3rd and 16 upcoming. I don't think we're going to go back to man defense this time. 3rd down and 16. We're bringing 4, as Lamar's trying to find an open receiver, as that one probably could have been intercepted by Cole Holcomb. Instead, the pass falls incomplete, and Justin Tucker will attempt a 53, 52-yard field goal. He's pretty much automatic from this range. Here's the kick, and it is right down the middle. Baltimore takes a 10-7 lead. So we take over at the 18-yard line. Certainly not the result the Ravens wanted, but we held them to 3. And we're going to give this one to Najee Harris on 1st down. And he is tackled for no pickup. Roquan Smith in the backfield. So at the end of 1, it is Baltimore 10, Pittsburgh 7. As I think this one has been everything we had hoped for. 2nd down and 10. We're going to go Jaylen Warren on the run. And he's going nowhere. What a play in the backfield, as Warren probably should have cut up field and gotten what he could have. 3rd down and 9. We got to get the play call off here. And we're going to throw this one deep to Calvin Austin. He's got speed, and he is overthrown by Trubisky. I think Allen Robinson was open on the deep dig route, but you see one-on-one coverage there with Calvin Austin. You're going to go deep 10 out of 10 times. Yeah, as you see it, Allen Robinson's going to be wide open on that dig. But Calvin Austin's got to step. Trubisky's just got to hit him. So that's going to bring up a punting situation. Presley Harvin out there for the very first time today as he gets this one away cleanly. Nelson Aguilar at punt returner here, and he's going to take that one to the 31-yard line, maybe a return of 3. First down and 10. Here is the give with Gus Edwards, and he's got a pickup of a few. TJ Watt on the tackle. Second down and 6 is they like to have that fullback in the backfield, as that one should have been a tackle for Elandon Roberts for loss. Instead, Gus Edwards uses some power, and he's going to be very, very close to a first down. Third down and 1 upcoming. You got to imagine they're probably going to run the football here. I'm not going to run commit just in case, but that's probably my guess. Here is the run for Gus Edwards, and he's not going to get there. Elandon Roberts making up for the missed tackle on the last play. Cole Holcomb also in the backfield. As here's another look at it. What a play by Elandon Roberts. He just blew that up. He blew up the play before. He just couldn't come away with the tackle. As Patrick Peterson's back to return this punt, I have no idea why. Like I said, it should be Calvin Austin. But we're going to let Calvin Austin get a break in this game. Let's say that's what's happening. As Patrick Peterson, dynamic returner, is going to take this one to the 16. Second down and 7, we're going to go play action. We're going to get this one to Allen Robinson, and he has his, never mind. I was going to say he has his 3rd reception of the game. That one was thrown just a little too late. I tried to lead him up the field as well. Probably my fault. Roquan Smith in the zone now, so that's somebody you need to look out for. We're going to try and get this one to Calvin Austin, and it was almost picked by Roquan Smith. That was a good read. Roquan Smith just made a very good play. As they went man coverage that time, I think Smith was supposed to be guarding Freiermuth. As Roquan Smith he read it out of the hands of Trubisky. Even if we're going to get that one to Calvin Austin, it's got to be thrown like at the hash. I don't know. We're going to punt the football away as this has now turned into a defensive battle. Here's Aguilar as he had space for a split second. He's tackled at the 44. Perfect field position for the Baltimore offense. It really doesn't appear that they're going to be passing the ball a whole lot in this game. Third down and long, they're probably going to pass, but otherwise, they're going to continue to try and run the football against us. Here's another run. It's Gus Edwards. He's got a lot of space. Minkah Fitzpatrick one-on-one as Gus Edwards stiff arms him. He's inside the 20, inside the 10, and tackled down to the 3-yard line. What a run by Gus Edwards. That was not a good defensive play at all by the Pittsburgh defense. He had a hole, and then Minkah Fitzpatrick just looked silly, and he just walks in for a touchdown. Baltimore extends their lead. First down and 10 for the Steelers offense here. Roquan Smith still in the zone. We're going to get this one to Najee Harris. He's got a lot of space. Najee Harris with a pickup of about 13 on first down. As Trubisky's had himself a pretty solid day to start. Almost threw an interception, and obviously you have the fumble, but all in all, not a bad game for Trubisky to start out. First down and 10 here. Trying to get this one to Boykin as he nearly came down with it as it was broken up by Patrick Queen. That's a matchup that you want to look for. You got a receiver on a linebacker. I'm going to try and take advantage of that matchup all game long if they present it. Second down and 10 here. I thought they were going to go man at first as Trubisky's got a lot of room. Trubisky get down. Third down and 1 upcoming. Najee Harris just a little bit sore after that play. He's going to come out for this one. Here is Jaylen Warren from that heavy set that we like to go to as Jaylen Warren has the first down. First down and 10. Ravens showing blitz here. They're going to go play action. Try and get this one to Freiermuth as Trubisky threw that one off his back foot. Not a good pass at all. Second down upcoming. Calvin Austin in motion. We're going to give it to him on the sweep. Calvin Austin's going to lose 6 yards. At that point, just try to cut up field and just pick up what you can. Because now you are effectively almost out of field goal range. So just not a good play. Third down and 16 here. I'm going to leave in Jaylen Warren to block this time. As we're going to try and hit Calvin Austin on the dig. We tried this last time. What is he trying to catch with one hand for? 4th and 16 upcoming now. What in the world? I'm not even going to show you the replay. That was just pathetic. He's trying to catch the football with one hand. And this is exactly why a guy like Calvin Austin, once Deontay Johnson comes back, or if we draft a receiver or whatever the case is, probably isn't going to be getting starting playing time. 8 carries, 80 yards for Gus Edwards, and the Ravens could potentially open this game up big time here. We got the football first so they could score a touchdown and then get the ball to start the second half. As here's Odell Beckham Jr. with so much space and a first down. Only the 6th pass attempt by Lamar Jackson. We need a big-time play here. We've gotten a couple here on defense. We need a turnover, though, preferably. As Lamar Jackson drops back, he's going to hit Gus Edwards out of the backfield, and he's going to have a pickup of 2. Why couldn't Mika Fitzpatrick have done that last drive? Man, Gus Edwards looked huge in that backfield. Here's a give to Gus Edwards, and he's going to have a first down. 9 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Pick this guy up in fantasy football if you haven't already. We're definitely feeling the effects of not having a dominant nose tackle. Montravius Adams hasn't played bad this year, but he's just not it at the moment, as there's Mika Fitzpatrick on the stop. We're calling a defense, hoping that we're going to see a pass out of the Ravens. Here it is. Lamar Jackson, he's scrambling. He's going to take off, and he's tackled by Cole Holcomb. 3rd down and 7 upcoming. This is a good opportunity to get off the field. This is where you would like to have a quarterback spy. And we're actually just going to put TJ Watt on a spy here. As here comes Highsmith. And that is going to be a first. No, he's a little bit short. I don't know what kind of tackle that was by TJ Watt, but it was not a good one. As this is going to be a 64-yard field goal by Justin Tucker. He's got the leg for it. As I thought about putting a guy back there for return, as Desmond King almost blocked it. Instead, it's a made field goal for the Ravens. How does Desmond King not block that? 20-7 is the score. Man, that could have been a game changer. They missed that. We block it. And then we have the football potentially scoop and score. If not, you have the football with perfect field position. As Gunnar Olszewski will return it, as he had a lane for a split second taken down at the 26-yard line. You have all of your timeouts at the moment, so nothing to really worry about right now. As 1st down and 10 here, we're just going to get this one to Calvin Austin, and he drops another pass. Roquan Smith in coverage. You know, I understand that one right there. You get hit by a dominant, middle linebacker there. I can understand that one. One high safety here on 2nd down, as I think we might try to take advantage of it. We're just going to hit Allen Robinson. He's got a lot of space, and here's Allen Robinson with more space. Tries to make a juke, and he's got a first down. Allen Robinson with a breakout game so far. Liking the way he's playing. And we're going to just go no huddle here. Try and take advantage of the Ravens defense struggling a little bit. 87 yards for Allen Robinson. We're going to go screen to Najee Harris. He's got space, as that's a great play by Kyle Hamilton. I think they're going to say we got out of bounds, but what a play by him. 2nd down and 6 here. We're just going to hit Freiermuth quickly. Pat Freiermuth, he's got a lot of space. Trying to stiff arm, taken down at the 9-yard line. 1st down and goal. Mitchell Trubisky, I'm liking the way he's playing right now. I don't want to say it, but it might be hard to take him off the field once Kenny Pickett gets back. 1st and goal. Clock is running here. We're going to go Jaylen Warren up the middle, and he's going to pick up a few yards. We really want a touchdown right now. Trying to hit Calvin Austin, and he dropped another pass. You've got to be kidding me. At this point, I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to take him off the field. Gunnar Olszewski's going to get his opportunity. That's the only thing that I can say at the moment. 3rd down and goal, and we have timeouts, so we're going to take a timeout to think about it. Gunnar Olszewski on the field now for the Steelers offense. Calvin Austin potentially losing his opportunities. As here's Connor Hayward. There is a flag down. I'm going to assume it's probably on the offense here. And there's going to be offsides on the Ravens. So that's going to set us up with a 3rd down and goal from the 4 this time. So it's much more manageable 3rd down attempt. And I'm going to call our 2nd timeout here. We have them. If I'm not liking the look that they're giving us, I'm going to call timeout. And I'm just going to empty it here. I'm not going to screw around and try and do anything pretty. I'm going to empty it, and we're going to try and pick this up. Najee Harris in motion here as we got quads right, and you're going to try and go to Miles Boykin. What a pass. What a terrible pass, I should say, by Trubisky. Slant route was there. And we're just going to take our 3. It's going to be 20-10 at halftime here. Assuming we make this. If we miss it, Boswell would probably need to be cut, as he remains perfect on the season. 20-10 is the score. Defense is doing pretty good. The fumble recovery for a touchdown is the difference in this game at the moment. Without it, it would be 13-10. 9 seconds left here for the Ravens. I got to imagine they're going to run the ball here. There's going to be a false start on the right tackle. So 20-10 at halftime. Mike Tomlin's got to figure it out, because right now the offense isn't doing too bad. You have the fumble, obviously. We've held the football for the majority of the game, but we need to stop this rushing attack for the Ravens. Only 12 attempts for 104 yards, almost 10 yards a carry when they do run the football. So the Ravens will get the football to start the second half. We need a defensive stop here early in this second half. And then we need to take it down the field to score a touchdown to close the gap, make this a football game, make this a dramatic rivalry game ending, hopefully. We've kind of yet to have a dramatic game in this series. Each game has pretty much been a blowout. So it would be nice to see a very close game down to the wire as the Ravens are going to pass here on first down. Lamar Jackson has Rashad Bateman open, and Minkah Fitzpatrick misses another tackle. Just like that, the Ravens are in Pittsburgh Steelers territory. Another missed tackle for Minkah Fitzpatrick is not good. It's something we may need to start thinking about. What can we do as Gus Edwards? What a move. As TJ Watt's now injured, and that's a big-time injury to our best player on the team. Second down and 3, we're going to bring both safeties down. It's a safety blitz. Safety blitz, and Gus Edwards is gone. Touchdown, Baltimore. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Safety glitch has... The Ravens are putting it on us now. I don't understand, man. I don't understand what we got to do. They're running all over us. And you've noticed in games where teams decide to run the football, that's what they do. They run it down our throats and we can't stop them. And you're really feeling the effects of not having a good defensive line. And our middle linebackers aren't getting to the football. Just not a good game so far. It's a lot of time to still play. But if we don't figure it out now, this could be a blowout. I'm still wondering if I should edit out the safety glitch. It almost sounded like I said safety you-know-what. I ended up not saying that, thankfully. But it's going to be first down and 10. We're down 17 points. It took less than a minute for the Baltimore Ravens to score. First down and 10, we're going to go play action. Just hit Freiermuth here as we had to get this one out quickly, as Freiermuth's going to have a first down pickup. Nobody is matched up on Gunnar Olszewski. We could think about trying a pass, but never mind, as Jaylen Warren has a big-time pickup. First and 10 Steelers. We're at the 49-yard line. And with Calvin Austin now losing playing time, we take away our best deep threat. As we're just going to hit Najee Harris. And how do you miss that? I don't understand. Trubisky hits good, accurate passes on passes he probably shouldn't, and then misses on plays like that. Second down and 10. At the very least, we need to put up 3 here. Good play there by Roquan Smith. Third and long upcoming. Calvin Austin's back on the field here. As I don't know if we're going to look his way at all, but we might. As he's actually going to have a lot... What in the world kind of pass was that? I mean, he's wide open. I don't know what to do, man. As it's 27-10, we might get blown out here. And this might be a pretty bad game yet again. Early on, I thought, heck, man, we went down... As Presley Harvin hasn't had a touchback... I mean, a ball down inside the 20 all season, it feels like. But I thought early on, we went down there. It was a fluke fumble. And then we go down there and score 7 the very next possession. I'm thinking, man, we're going to put it on the Ravens. That has not been the case so far. As this Ravens team has me flustered at the moment. I really don't know what to do on offense. And then on defense, we've done a couple of things pretty good. But then we give up stupid plays like that, pick up a 6. And how come Odell Beckham is the only player who has tattoos in this game? Second down and 4, it's going to be a play action. Gus Edwards picks up the blitz. And Mark Andrews has this one to the 47-yard line. 9 of 11 passing is Lamar Jackson. TJ Watt is back out there and healthy, so that's a good thing to see. At least he's not going to be out for an extended period of time. As Lamar Jackson drops back, he has plenty of time. He's going to hit Mark Andrews. As Joey Porter Jr. wraps up, makes the tackle, second down and 2 upcoming. One thing that I've noticed, I don't think Patrick Peterson is getting any playing time. If he is, as that one is dropped by Stonehands himself, Nelson Aguilar, 3rd and 2 upcoming. Yeah, I just don't think Patrick Peterson is on the field at all. As Joey Porter Jr. is supposed to be our slot corner for the time being. As Gus Edwards, what a run by Gus Edwards. This guy's running like he's Walter Payton at the moment. 169 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. He could have just tried to follow his blockers, and then it would have led to a loss of yardage. Instead, he just cuts back on a dime, makes a terrific play. Now, first down and 10 for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he is a quarterback that can run the quarterback draw. He's going to go for it as TJ Watt makes a very good play. 2nd and 8 upcoming. We probably should have went back to at least a nickel at least. Instead, it's going to be 2nd down and 8. We're going to bring our safeties down. Last time we did this, it did not work. It's play action, and he's trying to go with Isaiah Likely, and it wasn't very likely he was going to catch that pass. That was pretty stupid, huh? Now, if they were to score a touchdown, it would make it a 24-point game. Still a 3-possession game, so it really wouldn't make that big of a difference. But we're going to hope that that's not the case here. If it's a 20-point game, I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable here. As Lamar Jackson drops back, he's going to the end zone, and he's got his rookie receiver, Zay Flowers. The Baltimore Ravens are putting it on us here. The last 2 weeks definitely gave me false expectations because we played very good defense and we played good enough offense. But that was against two teams that aren't very good. In this game, we're playing against the 4-0 Ravens, and they are dominating. If we are to win this game, it would require 3 touchdowns, and we would have to get the 2-point conversion on every single touchdown. That's not very likely that that's going to happen. And then, not to mention, we'd have to stop the Ravens, which we can't seem to do at the moment. First down and 10. We're going to go play action here. Try to get this one to Allen Robinson, and Mitch Trubisky misses another pass. It's getting, yeah, now the crowd is booing. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if I have it up loud enough. But the crowd is now booing Trubisky's play. And it's about time that I start booing him as well. That didn't sound right. We're going to give it to Najee Harris. He's got a lot of space. Najee Harris hitting the edge, and he's going to have a first down pickup. Only 9 carries for him so far, but when you're losing the way we're losing, you don't really have the opportunity to run the football a whole lot. First down and 10. We're going to go play action again as Olszewski is open. That's intercepted. What in the world? Kyle Hamilton had an interception. He said, screw that. Get that thing out of here. Olszewski had some speed on that play. I cannot lie. He actually looked like he was pretty quick. If we had seen him earlier, we probably could have tried to get it to him. That's a pickup of nothing. Tried the RPO. Didn't work out. Here's a third down and 10. Allen Robinson, since the beginning of this game, really hasn't done anything to talk about. As he's going to catch that one, he holds on. First and 10. I'm liking the way Allen Robinson's playing right now. He's taking over that number 1 role as your 2 best receivers on the team are both injured. And so now a different player is forced to step it up. We're going to try and hit Olszewski on the deep ball. Just go up aggressive, catch it. And he was laid out by Kyle Hamilton. Otherwise, I think he might have come down with it. Warren getting a lot more playing time here. The running back situation is kind of split up by position, by formation. So you're going to see more Jaylen Warren in some formations and then Najee Harris in others. As this is actually probably the most amount of rushes Jaylen Warren has gotten. Third down and 4 here. I'm going to change the play here and see if we can't hit Allen Robinson on a quick out. As here's Allen Robinson. He's got a lot of space, and he is going to walk in for the touchdown. The defensive back tried for the interception. He was unsuccessful, and now we need to get 2-point conversion number 1. Here's another look at it. Yeah, the defensive back tried to go with the pick 6, and he didn't get there in time, and Allen Robinson is putting together a pretty good performance at the moment. Like I just said, 2-point conversion attempt number 1. Man, Allen Robinson, I thought I screwed that one up, but we got it. It's a 16-point game. We're still in this one. I thought I hit the wrong button. Thankfully, Trubisky decided to just pump fake it instead. Climbs in the pocket. That was a screw up. I didn't know what was going on in my head on that play. Somehow, that was probably the best pocket awareness I've had throughout the entire series. Now, if we get a stop, we're in this game. 318 yards of offense somehow, some way for us in this game. This game is not over. We can make a play here. We get a fumble. We get an interception. Something good to happen for us here. And we're in this game as Gus Edwards is having a career day. Like I said, in this fictional universe that we're playing in, go pick this dude up in fantasy football. You won't regret it as it's trips left, kind of like a bunch look. And it's going to be a run for Gus Edwards. He runs another man over. And he's playing like he's 99 overall. Minkah Fitzpatrick on the tackle. That was DeMonte Casey, somebody who's played very good so far this season for us. He just got trucked. First and 10. There's a 4 wide out look here for the Ravens. They're going to look to pass. It's going to be Mark Andrews, and he's going to have a first down pickup to the 46-yard line in Pittsburgh Steelers territory. Bunch right here. Single back formation. Gus Edwards in the backfield. This dude has been dominating all game. So they're going to go pass again. It's a quick out to Zay Flowers. No, Odell Beckham. As that was Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. Ravens they're not messing around with us. They're going to attempt to pass the football. All power to them. Hopefully we can make them regret that decision. Second and 10, Gus Edwards, man, he looks so big for some reason. It's another pass, and it's a quick one to Zay Flowers. It's a first down, and Minkah Fitzpatrick sucks. Touchdown, Ravens. What is Minkah Fitzpatrick doing? He looked, oh my gosh, never mind. He's looked terrible all game. He hasn't tackled anybody. He's just getting tossed around. I mean, what in the world was he doing on that play? Now, this game is getting a little frustrating, to be honest. But we're gonna keep trying to play here. It's a 23-point game now, so we're not required to go for 2 if we score a touchdown. But we might as well do it, right? But we'll talk about that if we even get there. Chances are it's not going to matter anyway. So we're going to get this one back out to Najee Harris. I like a play like this where you fake it to Najee, get it right back to him. As Trubisky's thrown for a lot of yards in this game, he's actually taking care of the football aside from the one bad mistake, which was just fumbling. Patrick Queen got in there, made the play. Aside from that, Trubisky's actually played a pretty good game. He's missed a lot of wide open targets, which is something you don't like to see, as Jaylen Warren picks up 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Clock is running here. We're just going to hit Allen Robinson as he's got a lot of space. Allen Robinson, another big-time pickup. And the way that we're using Allen Robinson right now is exactly how I want to use George Pickens when he returns. Because George Pickens deserves to have the football in his hands a lot more than he has this season. And this is kind of like, you know, a breakdown of what we want to see out of George Pickens once he returns. 171 yards for Allen Robinson. 1st down and 10. We're just going to try and throw this one up to Miles Boykin. Marlon Humphrey in coverage. And Miles Boykin just mossed him. Touchdown, Steelers. That kind of reminds me of the touchdown George Pickens scored in the real life game. But Miles Boykin, somebody that doesn't get a lot of playing time at all, he just mossed Marlon Humphrey. He had a step, so I decided to throw it up to him. It worked out well. As we're going to go for 2 here, this would make it a, I don't even know what score, like a 15-point game, I do believe. As here's the play call. We're just going to try and get this one back to Boykin. He caught it, but he's actually going to be short, as it's going to be a 17-point game now. Is it 17? I suck at math. Yeah, we probably should have kicked the field goal, made it a 16-point game. Really doesn't matter, does it? It actually does, because it could have been a 2-possession game. Who cares? 41-24. These are 2 teams that pride themselves on good defense. And at the moment, their defenses have been terrible. Gus Edwards is only 15 yards away from going over 200 yards. At this point in the game, you got to think, do we switch up our game plan and start focusing more on Gus Edwards? I focused on not letting, Lamar Jackson take the read option. But right now, it just doesn't matter. I think we're going to switch the game plan up. We're going to focus more on the running back in these read option situations because it's just not working out right now. 2nd down and 2. We're going to just hope that they run the football here because we're selling out to stop the run at this point in the game. As Justice Hill comes in the game, finally giving Gus Edwards a break as the dude's been nonstop. Man, our defense is terrible. Touchdown, Ravens. You can't go man blitz. You can't bring DeMonte Casey on a blitz. Or I should say you can't allow him to man up on Mark Andrews there. We said screw it, we'll try it anyways, and it's going to be a 24-point game. At this point, I'm just more concerned on how many points are we going to give up. 455 yards for the Ravens offense. I mean, we knew they were 4-0. We knew they were going to be a pretty talented team. But to walk in here and just dominate us the way they have, I really didn't expect. Our offense has done its thing. 24 points is enough to win you a football game as long as your defense is playing well. If your defense isn't playing well, it's probably not going to be enough to get you a win. We also have not ran the football that well. That's a good pickup block by Connor Hayward as Najee Harris is going to have a 1st down pickup. He's got 7.3 yards per carry. We're just not running the football. When you're losing the way we are, that's just the reality of it. 1st down and 10. Becoming a lot more confident in trying to pass the ball in the middle of the field as there's another reception for Allen Robinson. Here's a run with Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren had space, probably should have just kept it inside, tried to get outside, as he's got the same amount of carries as Najee Harris. And a lot of people aren't going to like that decision to give him this many carries, but it is what it is. 295 yards passing for us on the day, as this is going to be a run with Najee Harris. James Daniels just took way too long to pull out and get his block. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I don't know how this one's going to turn out because this is probably the worst game we've played so far, defensively at least. I mean, it's big play after big play for this Ravens offense. as Najee Harris is going to have a first down pickup. 12 carries for Najee on the game. And the crazy thing is, the only reason that I'm still commentating is because our offense hasn't played bad. Allen Robinson has actually played a pretty good game today, as we're just going to throw it away. Throw it away. Don't take the sack, as Trubisky still got hit, but it really doesn't matter. I say it doesn't matter, but, it matters to the fake Mitchell Trubisky. 2nd down and 10 here. We're just going to hit Miles Boykin on this play. Boykin, after that touchdown reception, is going to earn a lot more playing time moving forward, just because he's actually played pretty solid in this one. And with Calvin Austin struggling the way he has in this one, it really looks like Miles Boykin could separate himself, become that new slot receiver. Here's a run with Najee Harris. Miles Boykin also is blocking extremely well, as we're going to go hurry up here. As Najee Harris was open, just took us a little too long to get the football out. Below 50% completion percentage is something that's not good, though. You look for that to be a little bit better, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Trying to hit Jalen Warren out of the backfield. He picks up 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 with about 7.5 minutes left to go in this one. An interesting game, to say the least. I think it definitely could have been a lot worse. And if we score a touchdown right here, it really just looks like it was more of a high-scoring game. We're going to try and hit Gunnar Olszewski, and he's got it. 1st down and goal for the Steelers. Trubisky, 349 yards passing. One of the most effective games in Trubisky's career. And we're losing by 24 points. As here's a run for Jalen Warren. He's tackled after a short pickup, 2nd down and goal, upcoming for the Steelers offense. Nobody is on Olszewski at the moment, so maybe you think about going to him. Now they're going to bring the linebacker out. Olszewski, touchdown Steelers. Gunnar Olszewski, the 3rd passing touchdown of the day for Mitchell Trubisky. Weird game, I tell you. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt. I think. Najee Harris up the middle on the 2-point try, and it is good. It's a 16-point game if we get a quick stop. If our defense had just done their job, I think this would have been a very, very close game down the stretch. Our defense just couldn't get off the field, and they just gave up big play after big play. At this point, I'm just more worried about not giving up 50 points. As the man defense that we've been calling in this game just really hasn't worked for us. Therefore, I'm going to stay away from it the remainder of the game. Just call our traditional zone defense. As here's a run with Lamar Jackson. There's exactly why we focused more on him in as the pitch man than the running back, because Lamar Jackson can do things like that. And if he gets out in space, he's got more speed than Gus Edwards, and he's probably a better runner overall. 2nd down and 2, it's going to be Gus Edwards here, and he's going to have a 1st down pickup. Minkah Fitzpatrick just got ran over again. He's playing like trash right now, as Gus Edwards reaches 200 yards of offense. An incredible day. So he might be working his way towards a new contract in the future. Here's a read option, and it is Lamar Jackson. He breaks a tackle. Exactly what I was just saying. Lamar Jackson is no slouch. 2nd down and 6. If we do want to think about calling timeouts, we'll probably have to think about it after this play, or if they pick up a 1st down. It's going to be false start, so it's going to be 2nd down and 11 now. It's exactly where you want them. Gus Edwards, the running back. He'll probably end up picking up 12 yards here on this play if he does get it. They're going to pass instead, and it's going to be a quick one to Rashad Bateman, and he steps out of bounds 4 yards short of the 1st down. It's been a rough one. Here is a play where you got to think about they might go with a quarterback draw. They're not. It's a quick one, and Zay Flowers is going to pick up the 1st down. What in the world was Levi Wallace doing there? Did he try to go for the interception, or we can try and watch it because we've yet to get an interception so far this season. So Levi Wallace, no, he just went and gave him a shoulder instead of wrapping up. If he wraps up there, it's probably going to be 4th down. Instead, it's 1st down. Now's the time where we're going to have to think about using our timeouts if we want to have an opportunity in this one. Here's a quick pass to Mark Andrews, and he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down marker. He's up to 130 yards in this one. Cole Holcomb, 4 tackles so far. Barely have had a pass rush, but the Ravens really have picked and choose when to run the ball and when to pass the ball. They're going to put the fullback in motion. Look at this offensive set here. And it's going to be a delay of game, something you don't see out of the CPU very often. As a matter of fact, I don't think that I've ever seen it. So that's an interesting little penalty call. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know how this one's going to turn out. It's been a high-scoring one. It's going to be full of action. Here's a read option. Lamar Jackson is going to have a first down, and we're going to call our timeouts after this upcoming play. And with it being a 16-point game, if the Ravens were to make a field goal, this game is 100% over. But we're still going to call our timeouts. This is the game that we want to play. We want to still play as tough as possible this late in the game. Here's another run with Gus Edwards. Landon Roberts on the stop. 3rd down and 4 upcoming. Got to imagine they're probably just going to run the football. I'd be surprised if they did anything else. It is a run to Gus Edwards, and he's going to be short. And we're going to call our second timeout as they're going to go for it. So this is actually a big-time play. Do we potentially think about, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to guess the play. Here's Gus Edwards. He's going to have the first down. I don't know how to guess the play. I don't know how to run commit, how to pass commit. I don't know why I forgot how to do it. That's the game. 48-32 is your final score. I don't know what happened there at the end. I don't remember how to run commit or pass commit. I swear I've hit every single possible button for a defensive adjustment, and it just wouldn't pop up. So I was going to try and run commit, but I just couldn't find it, as it really wouldn't have mattered anyway. There's no way we were going to score 16 points in as little time as we had, as this one was a weird game. It was a really weird game. The offenses just came out and dominated. I mean, both these teams were supposed to be good defensively, and they really didn't look like it. 519 yards for the Ravens, 475 for ourselves. 134 yards rushing. They had 244. We passed for 341, which is going to be probably an all-time high for the series. We had the 1 turnover. I'm glad that we're not seeing as many interceptions or turnovers, but at the same time, I'm looking for our defense to play better, as Trubisky goes 20 of 38 passing, 353 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Lamar Jackson put together a perfect QBR of 158.1 as he went 17 for 22, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I don't think we can see sacks. No, we can't. Rushing, Gus Edwards, 22 carries, 214 yards. Najee Harris, 13 for 89. I still can't get over how we allowed Gus Edwards to dominate against us today. He's about the same size as Najee Harris. It all makes sense now. Jaylen Warren, 11 touches for 42 yards. And Lamar Jackson, late in the game, we started to focus more on Gus Edwards. Lamar took advantage of it. And then receiving, Allen Robinson. What a game. 7 catches, 183 yards, 1 touchdown. I don't know what his contract looks like, but the way he played today makes me kind of want to bring him back just a little bit. Najee Harris, 4 catches as well. Miles Boykin, he's probably going to get more playing time with the way he played in today's game. And then Gunnar Olszewski as well. He's going to get more playing time. Freiermuth really didn't get the ball, wasn't a part of the game plan a whole lot in this game. And then Calvin Austin with 3 drops is incredible. When you look at the drops in this game, Allen Robinson had 1, Miles Boykin had 1, but then Calvin Austin with 3 is just terrible. Looking at sacks, nobody gave up a sack apparently, even though I swear there were 3 sacks total. Highsmith and then Holcomb also had a sack. Patrick Queen had 1 as well. INTs, no INTs, and the forced fumble was by Patrick Queen and recovered by Michael Pierce for a touchdown, if you guys remember that one correctly. And then looking at the kicking, a 64-yarder by Justin Tucker was incredible. Final score 48-32. We got to get these guys in the next game. Najee Harris with an upgrade after that game. He's been playing pretty good. 3 out of the first 5 games, he's went over 100 yards. I think I'm going to continue to upgrade power back. That's what I want him to be. I mean, when you're 6'1", 242 pounds, you need to play like a power back. As moving up to 85 overall has now given him an extra ability slot. But this might sound a little weird because I had to edit out what I was saying. But if you guys are still watching it at this point in the episode, should we stick with the abilities that the game gives us, or should we be able to pick our own superstar abilities? You guys, let me know if you guys are still watching, because I don't know if I can pick the abilities. I feel like I'll be cheating the game just a little bit, even though the abilities should all be even. You know, each ability should have its own perks. But if you guys think that I should keep the abilities the game gives me, then let me know in the comments. Looking at the reaction from the rivalry game, We did a pretty good job at limiting Roquan Smith and what he can do, but at the same time, we lost the football game. So our offensive line will have -7 pass block for the next game. Are you kidding me? That's terrible. As we passed the ball with a lot of success in this game, they only had 1 sack. So I don't understand why next thing you know, all of a sudden, I don't know. Baltimore's 5-0, we're 2-3. I want to look at the defensive coordinator here. We have some upgrades to look at. So I'm kind of wondering, what should we do here? I think the play rec, we can't even afford it. What about linebacker guru? Okay, let's look at stacked box here. Boost injury. I don't really care about injury. We're going to go ahead and just do that. That way we can ensure that our defensive players are going to be staying healthy. It's important at the end of the day, but we've actually stayed pretty much healthy, especially, except for our 2 best offensive players going down with an injury. So after the 48-32 loss, we're going to be going into a bye week. This team probably needs this because the way we got destroyed, we got manhandled in the last game. It's pretty important that we get this bye week before we think about taking on the Los Angeles Rams. We do have to discuss our plans for the bye week. I think I'm going to do that in this video just to avoid doing it in the next video and then going for a simulation. So look at Allen Robinson's day. 7 receptions, 183 yards. Pretty good game by Allen Robinson. Looking at the stats, that's the one thing I just want to keep looking at here is we are 10th in offensive yards. So we have a pretty good offense all of a sudden. And then we are 29th in defense. So that's what's going to happen. When you give up that many yards in one single game, your defensive stats are going to look really bad. If you look at our offense here, we're 10th now. So we were like one of the worst in football. Now we're putting up the numbers. The passing looks a lot better. And then as far as rushing goes, we're in 3rd. Look what the Ravens did. And then 23 points per game is among one of the best as well now. And then looking at defense, though, that's where we're now struggling, as we are the 4th worst defense. We're giving up nearly the most amount of passing yards. And then our rushing numbers aren't as good now. Looking at points given up, we have given up the 3rd worst amount of points. That's even with the last 2 games that we had. But being at 2-3 right now I still feel good about where we're at. And then the big thing to really look at here, surprisingly, is our turnover margin. We're not in dead last in turnover differential, and we are tied for almost dead last with the Colts with 11 giveaways. Now, here's the thing that we're not doing. We're almost in dead last with 0 takeaways. So that's something we need to think about moving forward here in the series, is how can we create more turnovers on defense? Is it a slider issue or is it just a skill issue? We're going to figure that out as the season goes on. If I have to bump up sliders, I will. But at the moment, I'm not going to. Or you can stay grinding. You can get XP and then subtract from your stamina. Or you can do self-scouting, which is plus to your awareness and subtracting from your stamina. I'm just going to go with a team bonding retreat. Boost that morale. See if that can help us moving forward. So without further ado, let's go ahead and advance to the next game against the Rams here, as this should be the last game that George Pickens is out. We have a tandem breakout on offense here, and that's pretty much the only thing we have to look at before we start the game. We got a couple of players to upgrade here, and then that'll pretty much one player to upgrade is Levi Wallace. And I want to do man-to-man for him. I don't know how much longer Levi Wallace will be a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers' plans in this series. He's got star development. He's relatively young, so that's something to think about. So looking at the injuries here, we can bring back Cameron Hayward and Deontay Johnson. So it is official. They are going to be coming back for this game against the Los Angeles Rams. Only 1 more week for George Pickens, 3 more weeks for Kenny Pickett. We're going to have to clear up some space on this roster, but it looks like Cameron Hayward and Deontay Johnson are going to be coming back. That feels very good. So we are going to have to cut 2 players since we brought these 2 back. And I think I'm going to go to receiver and see if there's anybody to potentially cut. Des Fitzpatrick, we're going to go ahead and move him to the practice squad. And then on the defensive line, DeMarvin Leal has not played that well this season. I'm going to go ahead and release Isaiah Loudermilk. He hasn't really seen the field, so it's not that important. So I'll have to adjust the depth chart for the next game. But Deontay Johnson and Cameron Hayward will be back out there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that one feels really good. And then we'll look at the tandem breakout in the next episode. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of a weird one, as we got defeated by the Baltimore Ravens big time, and they are now 6-0. running away with the division. So I'll see you guys in the next game. And the next video is we'll be taking on the Los Angeles Rams. That's it, everybody. See ya.